So you've probably heard of attribution settings in Google Analytics or even Google Ads. And if you're running campaigns, if you've got an account, then you are using one at the moment. But you can definitely change it, update it to whatever your needs or requirements are. And attribution settings is a feature in admin in GA4. And if we click there, we'll see what it is. Basically, it's a way to assign credit to different conversions in your report. Um, Many times people will come to your site, maybe they've come through a PPC ad and they've converted, and it looks like it's PPC traffic, and PPC traffic has driven that conversion or whatever, which is great. But many times there are other channels that contribute to that conversion. So maybe someone may have come through a social media link first of all, then they search for you on Google, clicked organically, then maybe some days later they clicked the PPC ad, and then they converted. So it's always good practice, best practice to assign credit to those other channels, because if you don't do that, you won't really get a full picture of how people are finding your business. You may think because it's the one that's converting is the important one, but there are other ones which are very important, which bring people initially, and so forth. And sometimes they come with later outside of the window you set. So maybe outside of a 30-day window you set. So what you should do is come to reporting attribution model, and the recommended one is a data-driven one. And this one is the machine learning system will assign credit to the different channels that are contributing to your conversions, and it's great that way. But if you want, you could change it to last click or first click. So last click is the last channel that drove the conversion. Doesn't it's not a very accurate way of doing it, but if you want to assign it to just that last click, that's fine. Even first click, that's fine. But from a marketing point of view, it's not an effective way to market and advertise. And you really need to think about that. There's other ones, linear, for example. Each channel gets equal credit for it, which is fine. It's better than last click and first click, in my opinion. Position based, the first and the last one get the credit, most credit, and the middle ones get a bit. Time decay is, um, as time goes, the one that's closer to the conversions are the most important ones. So you can change to whatever you want, but that data-driven attribution tends to be best, and it's the recommended one in GA4. And then if you update that, it applies both to your historic and future data. Now, if you want, you can do a look back window to say conversions, as it says, the conversions can happen days or weeks after a person interacts with your ad. So if someone, say you set a 30-day look back window, which is the recommended one for things like first open, first visit, conversion events. It will, within that 30-day period, if somebody comes and converts with from different channels, and comes through different channels and then converts, they will be tracked and so forth. But it also depends on the type of conversions. Probably more important for actual other conversions, like when people purchase or download and things like that. And you can look up to 90 days if you want. And it just depends on the type of business you have. Some product services, there's a lot of researching and so forth. People go through different channels and eventually they convert. So you need to think about that. It depends on your industry. Some businesses are emergency, people want something quickly, and going back 90 days or 30 days is just too much. 7 days may even be too much as well, and this may not really apply. But yeah, it just depends on the industry and so forth. But the recommended attribution model is data driven, the system looks and sees the quality of those different channels. It's more efficient, effective for you, and it helps you to really market your business effectively on different channels and drive those conversions. So that's what attribution model is. Think about it from your business, what you're trying to do, and so forth, and it will really help.